Okay, let's unpack this. You shared some material, and today we're really digging into something quite fundamental for, well, any business, understanding profitability. But, going beyond just the top-line revenue figure.
Right.
We're trying to figure out how you can focus on the clients, the services that really drive your bottom line.
Exactly. And our main source for this dive is a document from Mitchell's Chartered Accountants. It's called Strategic Advantages of Understanding Cost Per Client Service.
Okay, so the mission here is basically to pull out the key ideas from this, help you make that shift, that crucial shift from just chasing sales volume to focusing on actual profit.
Yeah, and the source flags a really common trap right away, doesn't it? Thinking, high revenue equals high profit.
No.
Automatically.
Absolutely. It stresses right at the start that the real focus, it needs to be on the profitability of the sales.
Yeah.
Not just the total amount you sold.
Because sometimes that biggest client, revenue-wise,
could actually be your smallest contributor to profit once you factor in all the costs. Okay, and here's where it gets really interesting. The document mentions the 80-20 rule, the Pareto principle, suggesting often it's like maybe just 20% of clients or services driving, 80% of the actual profit?
That's the idea.
But if that's potentially true, well, how do you figure out who those vital few are? Like, what data does the source say you actually need?
Well, that's the key question, isn't it? The source points to several essential financial data points you've got to track. First up, profit margin per client service.
Okay.
And that's after all costs are factored in, not just the obvious direct costs.
Right. So you mean like allocating overhead, admin time, all that there?
All of it. Because overhead can quietly sing what looks like a decent sale on the surface.
Makes sense. Turning a profit on paper into, a drain on resources.
Precisely. Then there's client lifetime value, CLV.
CLV.
It's not about just one sale. It's the total profit you expect from that client over the entire relationship.
That really changes how you think about keeping clients happy, doesn't it?
It absolutely should. And crucially, you've got to understand your cost to serve.
Cost to serve, yeah.
So how much time, how many resources, how much support does this specific client or delivering this specific service actually eat up?
So, are some clients just way more expensive to keep happy than others, even if they pay well?
You got it. Calls, custom requests, endless emails, it all adds up. Does the revenue justify that specific level of input?
And there was another one, revenue versus profit concentration.
Yeah, basically mapping it out. See, visually, if your top revenue clients are also your top profit clients.
And you might find some surprises there.
Oh, definitely. Big revenue name, but way down the profit list because, like you said, they're high maintenance.
Okay, but what's really interesting is that the source says it's not just about the hard numbers.
No, not at all. It makes a strong case for looking at valuable non-financial indicators, too.
Like what?
Well, think about clients with high referral potential. Maybe they aren't, your biggest profit source right now, but they consistently send you new business that is profitable, that's valuable.
Or just the ease of working relationship. Sometimes a client who's just easy, low drama, pays on time.
Exactly. They might be more profitable overall because they consume so little admin time, so little stress, even if the invoice isn't the absolute highest.
Less mental energy spent, too.
Right. And finally, strategic importance. Maybe a client or service line has a lower margin now, but it's crucial for getting into a new market, or it gives you a fantastic case study.
Or builds the brand in a way you need. Okay, so you gather all this data, financials, non-financials. What then? What does the source say you do with this insight?
Right, action time. You can refine marketing and sales. Focus your efforts on attracting more of those ideal high-profit clients. Promote the high-margin services more actively.
Stop the scattergun approach.
Pretty much. You can optimize client service. Maybe different tiers. Better support for the top clients to lock them in.
Makes sense. Keep the best ones happy.
You can guide service development. Invest in improving or creating services where you see good profit potential, not just, the next shiny thing.
And the tricky one, address low profit segments.
Yeah, and this doesn't always mean firing clients, though sometimes it might. It could be about streamlining how you serve them to cut your costs.
Or maybe price increases for them or that specific service.
That's an option. Or if you really can't make it work profitably, then yes, maybe strategically disengaging, freeing up those resources for better use elsewhere.
It's about making informed choices across the board, really.
It is, but the source adds a good point about balance. Don't get so fixated on current high profit stuff that you ignore potential future growth or innovation that might start with lower margins. It's about, well, strategic priority.
So boiling it all down for you, the
Mhm.
listener, understanding your margins at this deeper level, it's not just bean counting, is it?
Not at all. As the source emphasizes, it's fundamental. Building a business that's, resilient, profitable, sustainable, making sure your effort goes where it counts.
The goal seems pretty clear then. Use the data, the numbers, and the softer stuff like relationships, referrals to really work smarter, not just harder, towards profitable growth.
That's the essence of it.
Okay, so final thought then. If that 80-20 thing the source mentions is often true, where a small slice of clients or services brings in most of the profit, what does that imply about where you might be maybe unintentionally pouring your best resources, your time, your top people, your focus right now? Are they aimed at the right targets?